Welcome back to the frozen wild, where survival depends on shelter. Imagine battling sub-zero temperatures to build a home with your bare hands. One mistake out here creates a disaster that could freeze you to death. Today, we take raw logs and turn them into a warm sanctuary. I will show you every technical step to build this log cabin masterpiece. From the frozen foundation to the dangerous roof work in the snow. Get ready. Grab your coffee, because this journey is going to be intense. As the log walls rise high, human strength becomes incredibly small. I can no longer lift these logs weighing hundreds of pounds by hand. This is when the big orange friend, the case backhoe, steps in. The machine roars, its hydraulic arm gently lifting the log aloft. I stand precariously atop the wall, receiving each massive log. Smooth coordination between man and machine is the key right now. A single small mistake could lead to a dangerous accident. The hardest part has arrived, installing the main load-bearing ridge beam. This is the backbone of the house, sitting at the highest point. The backhoe must extend fully to get it into position. I must calculate the center of gravity carefully so the log doesn't slip. Next are the purlins running parallel along the length of the roof. The roof logs are uneven in length, looking quite messy right now. I snap a straight chalk line and begin sawing off the excess. The chainsaw roars again, chunks of wood falling onto the snow. The eaves are now perfectly straight, revealing the complete house shape. Up on the roof, the black waterproof membrane has been laid out flat. However, strong winds could rip it up if it is not secure. I install a metal drip edge running along the entire roof edge. This strip holds the black membrane tightly down to the wood deck below. I carefully drive each nail to ensure an absolutely tight weather seal. It also prevents rainwater from wicking back into the wooden roof structure. To not block the forest view, I choose a cable railing solution. I drill a series of aligned holes on the sturdy round wooden posts. This task requires precision, so the cables run perfectly parallel. Stainless steel cables are threaded through, creating a modern, refined look. I use specialized pliers to tension and weld the cable end securely. The combination of rustic wood and metal cable creates a unique highlight. Now, the porch is both safe and open to enjoy nature fully. The house is no longer a solid block of wood but has begun to breathe with nature. Clean water is the home's lifeblood, but getting it is not easy. I use the backhoe to dig a deep trench through the rocky soil. Survival rule: we must dig deeper than the winter frost line. Otherwise, the water inside will freeze and burst the entire system. The deep soil is wet and cold, but I have to get down there. The wall frame is quickly erected from standard to buy for lumber. The nail gun sounds rhythmically, connecting the wall sections together. Though small, this structure must be extremely sturdy and square. The small roof is designed to match the main cabin perfectly. I cut curved rafter tails to create a pleasing aesthetic look. Installing sturdy metal roofing to protect the expensive equipment underneath. This is the brain controlling hot water and heating for the project. Not done yet. The third layer is these silver-faced foam boards. The shiny silver surface reflects heat back into the room. The little son uses all his strength to hold the board up for Dad. Finally, I nail long wooden furring strips over to hold everything. These strips are spaced perfectly evenly for installing the ceiling later. Now the ceiling is wrapped as tight as a giant thermos flask. Now it is time to install the house's guts, plumbing and electricity. I use many elbows to route the black drain pipes inside the walls. But the most complex part is the radiant floor heating control board. I assembled the green circulator pumps and a maze of copper valves. This is the station distributing hot water throughout the house's floor. The rough concrete floor needs to be covered with warmth. I choose thin hardwood flooring with a smooth, glossy finish. Each plank is tacked tightly together, creating a seamless flat surface. Light from the windows pours in, reflecting brilliantly off the floor. The cold feeling of the floor vanishes, replaced by pure elegance. Instead of buying expensive stone, I make the countertop from industrial particle board. I measure the L-shaped cabinet dimensions and cut the board to fit perfectly. The most important part is cutting the hole for the double sink. I invert the sink to trace it, then use a jigsaw to cut along the line. Every cut must be extremely precise so the sink does not fall through. I also glue wood trim around the edges to add thickness and aesthetics. I recycle old black iron pikes, reinforcing and repainting them like new. Drilling directly into the round lobs requires strength and precision. These iron bars become extremely sturdy brackets for the wooden shelf planks. This is the ideal place to display colorful dishes and spice jars. Lighting is the kitchen soul. I install a track lighting system on the ceiling. The moment I flip the switch, the kitchen glows, cozy and inviting. Finally, moving in the two big friends, the gas stove and the fridge. For a comfortable life, neat storage spaces are absolutely essential to have. I assemble the wood panels myself into a built-in closet system. Each shelf is carefully calculated to optimize the usage of space. Next, I hang wooden blinds onto the window frames for privacy. They provide privacy while allowing control over the natural light entering.
Sometimes lake currents quickly flow a mile every hour, at other times they travel a mile. But this was a wilderness shore, but Paddle was never alone. He had for company the gulls who nested on the rocky islands and flew up like clouds of smoke from the rocks. Indians paddled canoes among the bays, and fishermen lived along the shore in shacks and spread out their nets to dry. Sometimes towns like toy blocks broke the line of dark pines that was the mainland, or rivers running from hidden lakes in the forest cut through the cliffs and waterfalls like giant stairs of silver.
You guys ready to eat?
Yes. Looks good.
He's still in here. Like salmon chowder, drunks? Salmon chowder fan?
The smoked salmon. Tonight? Weird.
After dinner, the living room becomes the most peaceful place of all. I lean back into the soft chair, enjoying the fruits of labor. Collie, the black dog, immediately jumps right up into my lap. He nuzzles my hand, demanding some affectionate petting and cuddles. Through the freezing days, he has always been a trusty companion.
Crates of eggs and boxes of vegetables.
The cabin is finished, but life here has only just begun. Will the heating system survive when temperatures drop to -40? How will we manage when isolated by severe snowstorms ahead? Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next journey. Thank you for building this dream with me. Warmest regards,